Greetings and welcome to Gnodcast with me, Chris Haslam, and fellow founding member Paddy Shine. We will be talking to members of the band past, present and future and other interesting folk we've met on our journey. To support this Gnodcast and for access to more Gnodness, please sign up to our Patreon at patreon.com/InGnodWeTrust or check out our music on Bandcamp. God bless. Hello, Slomo, Howard and Chris.
Hello.
Nice to have you on the Gnodcast.
Hello, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool. So,
About time.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Everything takes time with us.
Absolutely.
Hence the name.
4 albums in 20 years.
4 amazing albums in 20 years. So
Oh, bless
it's
you.
about quality, isn't it? Not quantity. Sorry, Chris, you were saying, but you were making an intro, weren't you?
Well,
that was the intro, man. That was the intro.
Two Chris is confusing, isn't it?
So what we usually do to start off is just tell us a bit about yourselves. So if Chris, you go first. How did you start? How did you start Slomo?
Okay, I can sort of explain. It's in the early noughties. We were both on the Julian Copes website a lot because I built it and Howard frequented it.
Oh.
And there was the Modern Antiquarian site, which is like about Julian's book. You know, we sort of like opened that up for anyone to post photos and experiences and knowledge about stone circles and ancient sites. And yeah, so I was a contributor to it, and so was Howard. And we met up at a Cope gig in Dublin in, I think, 2002.
Yeah,
I think.
Probably.
Yeah, and that was the first time that we met, and so just stayed. I think that we'd been probably lightly. I guess we must have been in touch before then, but we stayed in touch afterwards, and just started hanging out together really. So by about sort of 2004 was when we first did music together, which was obviously the Creep, and at that point. I mean, this is maybe the most interesting thing about it, really, is that we weren't a band at all. We weren't, we didn't have any kind of agenda. I feel like I'm getting straight into it, and maybe that there's like a slower way to get here. But these are the facts, really, of it. This is what it gets down to.
Okay.
Is that we were just left alone for the afternoon while our partners were out seeing another friend.
I think at that point we had been sending each other a few bits and pieces that we'd been recording, but even then it was just nothing. Without an idea, I think it was just what do you think of this? That kind of thing.
Yeah, I think we shared our sort of our own sketches and stuff and our own tracks that we've been working on, but we weren't working towards working together at all. We were just sharing. At that time, we were both having a massive Doom phase, and so we were probably sharing. I remember getting DVDs of MP3s from Howard all the time, like huge archives of Doom to go through, and we were really, that's where we're at. That year, actually, 2004, I'd guested with Stephen O'Malley on a project with Daniel O'Sullivan, later from Guapo and Miasma and Grumbling Fur and all that lot. So we'd done a gig together in the start of that year, and I was in touch with Stephen O'Malley a lot. And was just absorbing a lot of information from him, really, and a lot of sort of context. He'd been ripping him off, actually, in a way that he didn't seem to mind, because I'd got myself an EBO, and I was like, oh, I can do this now. I can do like Doom drone guitar. Look, I've got an EBO. And then that time that Howard came down, and we'd been left alone for the afternoon while our partners went and met a mutual friend. And so we're just like, should we just do some music? Should we just like have a mess around? And Howard was on my MS-20, and I was on a Stratocaster with the EBO. And like maybe about 20 minutes in, so we got some beers on the go. But it was an afternoon thing. It wasn't. This is blowing the whole vibe really early. Really, is that it wasn't dark and doomy. We weren't in an underground chamber. We were sat in my dining room, plugged into probably just going into my computer with I got the e-bowed guitar through a plug-in, a soft synth, like a plug-in, massive reverb on it, and we're just playing stuff, really, just like a gentle afternoon's worth of like it's like chat really through instruments, you know. And about 20 minutes in, we were like, oh, we should record this. Really, it sounds good, doesn't it? You know.